Good day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Prickly Poo and welcome to day 248 of a year of change. Today, we're going to be adding another YouTuber, as per usual. But before I go any further, I do want to bring up something I brought up yesterday. Yesterday was my first day at the new job, the new schedule at the same place I'm working, but the new type of job. And I really was hoping that it was going to get me off on the right foot, that I would have a regular schedule, be able to, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything would be fine. Didn't go quite as planned. I got up, did my treadmill, had my regular breakfast, everything was fine there. And first day, right out of the gate, fucked up and skipped lunch. It wasn't really intentional. Trying to get all my accesses done because instead of them saying, well, he's in a new job, they just went, let's revoke all access to everything and start all over with a new employee number and a new email and everything, which made no sense at all. But, so that's what I spent my lunch hour doing. So I didn't really go out and do anything, get anything to eat. But when I came home, I thought, good enough, I'm going to have a regular breakfast, which I kind of went a little overboard. I had 2 eggs and some toast, but had way too many toasts. I had 4 toastses. 3.5 toastses, but I counted them as 4 because I figured might as well count them all. Still under my calories for the day, so that was good. But just overall, not off to a great start. And I forgot to track my treadmill until late at night. So, but back on track. Hopefully by the end of the week, everything's going to even out. But the person that I wanted to add in today, I'm actually going to start right out because last time I went forever before I mentioned their name. They have a couple of different ones, actually. Her YouTube channel is just under Andrea F. But everything else that she's under, like Twitter and Instagram, and she has her own vlog as well, is Death by Polka Dot. So I'm going to put her under A because her channel is Andrea F, but if you can't find it there, then maybe she's changed it throughout the few months that between now and whenever you're watching this. So maybe it's under D for Death by Polka Dot. So check for A first, and then check for D. It's going to be under one of those. But, like all of us, at some point, we've talked about this before, that we start something, we start losing weight, things go fairly well, and then we slip up here, we slip up there, and then we sort of disappear for a while. We quit, and then we try again, and then we quit again, and then we try something different, and then that doesn't work, so we quit again, and then we get to a point where we're sick and tired of the way we are, so we try again. And she's sort of done the same thing with her videos. Not that she's given up or anything. She started vlogging back in February of 2015. And she started along the path there. And then there was a gap of a few months. And actually, the video that I'm putting in there is not her most recent one. So I'll get to that in a second. But there was a gap of a few months. And she came back and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to try this again. Starting again. And then fell off the radar again. And then started up again, and she's been, going ever since. And it's just been the most recent one that is her most recent set of videos. And the fact that she has been trying and trying and trying and not giving up is part of the reason why I want to add her in there. But the video that's in there, as I say, is from the last one that she did before she dropped off the radar the first time. And it's something interesting because I know that a lot of what we do, we have our daily thing here, and then there are times when we say, well, we've had a rough week, or we've had a good week. And generally, it's just to sort of keep things going and to keep things realistic. But the video that's in there right now, which is from earlier on in the year, in the summertime, it really she just sort of came out and said, I've had a really shit day. I want to just say fuck it and give up on absolutely everything. And just, she's actually saying, I just want to sit and eat a jar of Nutella. But just being able to sort of share that with everyone and say, you know what, we've all had shit days from one time or another. When I have them, I don't often just come back and say, I'm having a really bad day today, and so here's what's going on. I'll share with you afterwards, just because it's part of what we're doing. You couldn't have, 250 days worth of, almost 250 days. I just realized that. You couldn't have 250 days of everything being all upbeat and going, everything is great, and this is, we're still doing it, and rah, 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 and go, go, go. because you would know it was bullshit. You know that, we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, we're going to have bad weeks. And there have been times when we've had plateaus that have lasted forever. And weeks that I've gained and weeks that I've lost, but in the long term, it's still working out, so it's okay. But being able to see that, pretty much as it's happening, being able to, not only film it, but actually upload it for everybody to see, it takes guts. It really does. Because we all know what that's like, but it's one thing to deal with it and then come back and say, oh, I had a really rough day, because you're just sort of relating something that's already happened. And just like telling a traumatic story of a car accident or a ship sinking or the Hindenburg or whatever it is that you want to pick, after it's done and there has been some time, then it's a little easier to deal with, because you can talk about it. Not everything, obviously, but for a lot of things, you can sort of talk about it and say, oh, it was a horrible time and this was going on and this was going on. But to be able to bring that, as it's happening, we saw Louise do that as well with sort of Beyond Rubenesque. Everyone knows her name anyway. She had a video that was similar to that, where she had just sort of had a really shitty day and had started a binge, and she decided to film it. And it's that same sort of thing that really, I don't know, brings out that connection where you can look at someone and say, I've gone through that. And it's one thing to hear someone relate it, and then it's a whole other thing to actually see them experiencing it as it goes on. And it's gut-wrenching to watch, because we've all been in that position where we're just like, I don't care anymore. I just want to, in her case, it was Nutella. With mine, it was icing. We've talked about that many times. But we've all gotten to that point where you just think, I don't care. I don't care how I feel. I just want I want to deal with this in the only way I know how, and that's to eat. But one thing she does say in the video is that, eating is not simply about putting food away and just saying, well, I'm going to eat less and I'm going to exercise more and things like that. There are a whole slew of emotional and psychological things that we have to deal with. And that's part of it as well, is dealing with things that you don't want to deal with. And that really struck a chord. Unfortunately, she did disappear for a few months in there, but she's come back, and then, she disappeared again, and then she came back again. So the fact that she's still trying does say something, and especially where she keeps putting herself out there and saying, I'm still here, I'm still working towards it. And we've all been there where, we give up and then we try again, and we give up and we try again. And the attitude that comes through, though, is overall a very positive one. And it's not, again, that fake, Lion King positive bullshit. It's the same sort of thing that we've been dealing with where, we don't have to hate ourselves. Yes, we have to accept responsibility. And for a lot of us, we don't like what we see. We don't like how we feel. I still have a very, very long way to go. And I still don't like looking in the mirror. I don't like what I see. I don't like how I feel. Everything's everywhere. But there's a difference between saying, okay, I need to be able to accept this and own it for what it is. And accepting responsibility is part of that as well. It's something different to just hate yourself so much. And hers comes across as not, yes, I hate myself. But on the other hand, it's also not coming across as I'm proud just the way I am. No, we all understand that we need to be better off. We need to lose the excess pounds because it's not healthy for us. It doesn't make us feel good emotionally and doesn't physically, just everything across the board. We want to lose that. So it's fine to be able to look at yourself and say, I accept what this is right now. I still need to change it though. And it's another thing entirely to just sit there and just be filled with that self-loathing that we're all so familiar with. But anyway, I'm sort of getting off topic. Anyway, the main reason why I wanted to add her in there is because although she's sort of started and stopped and it's been going on for quite a while now, throughout the whole year, the fact she's back now and she's been starting to post regularly, this is, again, sort of this person's just sort of starting out again. And just like always, it's that same feeling of, I want this to help other people. It's to help myself, but I also want other people to be able to see this and see the difficulties that people go through. And although their postings are sporadic, she is trying. She is going. Originally it was going to be, I think it was every week. And then she's been posting every few days now and, having regular measurements and all the other stuff, which I have yet to do. I still haven't really looked for my measuring tape. Not really concerned about it right now because my concern is the weight thing. And I know that I'll get, baggy clothes will happen eventually. But where she's just sort of restarting things. So she'll have 2 or 3 videos that say weight loss vlog 1, weight loss vlog 2, which is kind of confusing, but if you go by date, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to follow through. But the one I'm putting up is actually one from earlier in the year, when she was just during her first batch of weight loss videos. And I just think it's something good that we can all see, because we've all been in that position, and being able to sort of put yourself out there and bear everything and say, here you go, this is a really rough moment. It's something that we can all really relate to. Now, she does have, as I said, she has a blog as well, so I'm going to put a link to that below. And she's on Twitter, and she's on Instagram, she's on all the other things in there as well. So I'm going to put a link down to her, or not a link, but I'm going to put her video into the My Fellow YouTubers playlist as well. So that you can go up, you can take a look, and go up to her channel and subscribe and say hi and let her know that we're out there. She's on MyFitnessPal as well, so I'm going to send her a quick message there instead of just being a random creepy guy, sending her an invite to be like, hey, let's be friends. And she goes, I don't know who you are. Click. Which probably happens. Actually, last week or the week before, one of the people said they were hit on by someone on MyFitnessPal. So there was a guy that was trying to use it as a dating service. So, yeah, anyway, sad people, unrelated, but I didn't know if it was creepy or if I should laugh or if it was just kind of sad. But either way. Anyway, someone's knocking on my neighbor's door downstairs. Answer your door. Answer your door. There we go. I answered the door. All right. See? People do what I tell them. It's great. Anyway, go up, take a look at her channel, take a look at her videos, and, say hi to her, let her know that we are out there. And if you're on MyFitnessPal, go up, send her a quick message, and add her in there. I've been adding more and more people to MyFitnessPal, and I find that, going through everyone else's feed, when you're seeing the progress that they're making, it does help. It gives you a little bit of a boost, and just to see, that other people are going through the exact same thing. And it's nice, the ups, the downs, and everything else, and we can offer them some help, and we can get something from them. Just all the way around, that same sort of sense of community that we've been looking for so long. It sounds really like we haven't found it, but we kind of have. So I should be on that as well. Everyone on MyFitnessPal. Anyway, for right now, though, I'm going to leave this video here, so thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me. And in the meantime, keep yourself warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.